Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am J.A. Dudley, and out here on the Dudley Hillside Homestead, sun is coming up. Well, actually, it's up already. What time is it? It's 9:35 in the a.m. Hey, my little chunk. Just started recording a video.
We heard you and then started waving and running to the door.
Oh, okay. Wait, I am. When I put up my solar setup, I planned on having 3 rows of 4 solar panels. And once I got that hooked up, it was over voltage, so my charge controller couldn't handle it. Or at least it probably could have. I just didn't want it to blow up and start a fire or anything like that. So I had to take I'm sorry, I had to take 3 solar panels out of the 3 that I had in series going to parallel so that it wasn't over voltage. Uh, Reason why I had to do that is because of Y connectors that I initially purchased. I got it like a 3 branch Y instead of a 4 branch Y because I had in my mindset like, okay, this is the voltage, but I didn't add up for the what is that called, the unconnected voltage or something like that. It's actually higher, so I was calculating for 36 volts, but I believe that the full voltage, which I'm learning about with solar, like when the panels are cold, the voltage goes up so much higher, and I believe that it's up to 40, almost 50 volts. So once I had everything hooked up, that's why I got over voltage. But I ordered some more of these. This, how do I open it up? Or do I need to cut it? Is there a little pinch thing? No, no, no. So, grab my knife. Come on. Just had it. There it is. My sawed knife. Cut this open. And now I have a male and a female Y. See, I'm talking about. This would be coming up to where my batteries are, and then these connect to the solar panels. Well, the strings of solar panels, because I did a series parallel combination. So it's going to be uh, three three panels in series connected parallel to four of those sets. So it's going to be 12 panels all together, and this is the male and this is the female right here. So I have to put those other panels in line, create a jumper out of this wire right here with some of the connectors here, so all this can connect up nice and easy. Got the crimp tool ready to go. So I am going to get all of this set up, hopefully before the sun is directly over the solar panels, which is not going to make that big of a difference as long as I don't stick my tongue on it or something like that, and then that'll hurt very badly because a series, I think the panels are putting out in full sun somewhere around 100, uh, like 110, uh, between a 95 and 110 volts DC. So that much voltage DC will hurt. So I'm gonna get all of these connections set, uh, hook everything up, and show you guys how it works out. So now you guys see where the panels are. Sun is starting to touch some of them. These two and that third one back behind the tree were giving me over voltage. So now what I'm gonna do is, I guess over here or over there, I'm gonna lay out these 3 right here, connect them up. Remember I told you about that Y branch? Here's the 3Y branch right here. What do you see, Milk Dud? somebody in the trees or a dog, don't walk on the panels. Speaking of that, I have to make a mount for all the panels and get them up off the ground and pretty accurate so they can see the sun over the trees. But for right now, I think I'm gonna lay the panels right over here and connect them up. I don't know. I'm gonna see. So stand by. All right. Well, I was out here for, I guess, 45 minutes to an hour. And instead of adding more wire, I just rearranged the whole solar setup. So I initially had 9 panels going this way, some were over in the shade over here, and now I have these 3. Wait, how do I do that? These 3 right here that I have to add in to the connections. If I move over here, can I see it up there on the panel? Not really. Maybe I'll zoom in. I already have the 4 lead Y branch right there, and I rearranged the panels. I was able to use all the existing hookups, moved everything closer together. The positive lead is going on that side. The negative lead is going right here. And these panels right here, I spun them around because all of these, the wire lead is at the top. So let's see if I can do this. Nope. Nope. How do I do that? No, I can't go that way. I gotta, okay. So the wire lead goes across the top there. Move my hand back. And no, I need to go forward. Something like that. But the next wire lead is there. The next wire lead on those are there. But for this one, the wire leads come out of the panel on this end, so I didn't have to add any extra wire to extend or have any line loss for the connections. Now I have these right here, these bougie RV connectors. Have to put this on one end. Oh no, I dropped one. And these connectors right here so they could get added into the string, and then I'll do a test to see what the wattage is. I just checked after moving everything. The 9 panels are putting out 280 something. Let me grab my other phone. No case, by the way. Living life dangerously like Neil deGrasse Tyson. Back at it. Took a screenshot of it. So it's showing about 253 watts currently, and that's with 9 panels at 88.8 volts. Can't you go to Back to the Future going that fast? I'm not sure. I've driven faster, never went Back to the Future going that fast, but I also didn't have a flux capacitor, so that may be the difference. Wait a minute. If I hook this up in my van, wire it in somehow, would this be considered a flux capacitor? No, flux capacitor is a Y. So if I cut off one lead, then you have that. That'll be the flux capacitor. I already have the vent on top of my van. If I put trash inside there, no, it'll just stink up my van. It won't be a Mr. Fusion. But I'm gonna figure out how my van can time travel and do all of this stuff. But right now, let's leave that alone. Finish the solar setup and put these connections on. Oh, then I drop the connector over here. This splice, I have to crimp. My crimper is over there on the ground. Going to get that together, get everything wired up, and go from there. So I'll show you once everything is done and see how many watts we're putting out. Oh man, that solar connection has me going happy right now. Y'all should be able to read that. It's pushing 615 watts. Oh no, lost the connection via Bluetooth. A little bit far away from the charge controller. Can I get it back? Come on. Move a little bit closer to where I got the batteries at. Come on. Trying to reset. Let me close the app out and go back into it and move a little bit closer. All of these things. Will it connect now? There we go. Yep. It's estimating at 98%. So we're getting a positive with uh, with the ability to use other appliances inside the camper while the sun is out, and it's charging the batteries, and we'll have a full charge overnight, be able to run appliances at night. And this app keeps quitting on me, I guess because the Bluetooth connection is on the other side of the camper. But we're going between 84 volts, 6.7 amps, and 567 watts. A moment ago was at 600 watts. So we're producing amazingly, and the battery charging current is about 41.9 amps. It's just a beautiful thing. I'm so excited that that how efficient this is going to be. About to go tell my wife, like, hey, you can turn the fan on without worrying about stuff. And eventually, once we get the mini splits to be able to run off of our solar setup, we'll have to purchase that. Well, have to get the money to be able to purchase that and wire that in. Uh, Everything will work out fine. I believe the 2,000 watt inverter that I have will be able to handle it via the surge. However, I want to get this potentially get this 3,000 watt uh, inverter charge controller to kind of future proof our existence out here. Like right now, we have the 12 panels laid out. They're producing amazing. We have 495 amp hour flooded batteries, and those are working great. And we have a beautiful son provided by the father. And here comes my little chunk in his boots and a pamper, and my wife and Milk Dud. They're all coming down to say hi. But uh, just finishing this up. Oh, and all the tools that I use for today, this crimp right here to crimp the wires together. And I had to go back to my SOG Q3 multi-tool right there because I had to send my other multi-tool back to SOG because the handle broke, and it's under warranty. They're going to send it back out. Well, maybe they'll send out another one just like that. But this one has been great. I always loved the design, especially when I was living back in New Jersey. As a minimalist design, has a little clip, and I would just keep it in my pouch. The only problem with this thing is once you have it open and you go to grab on something, like pinching down, the handles will slide up and then you can't completely close, or both of the handles will slide up. But this was an amazing design, amazing design idea, but it just wasn't finished out. If the handles would have locked back in place, everything would have been perfect. But this is still getting the job done. Never broke. I lost one, had to order another one, and now it's all good. But there's the Milk Dud. There's my wife in the chunk. Well, that's it for me. Shalom. Thank you for following the journey.